The newest smartwatch from Google has leaked, and we might also have a confirmation for what the name of it might be. Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. The newest smartwatch by Google has leaked in a story that is reminiscent of what happened between Gizmodo and Apple back in 2010 regarding the iPhone 4. If you're not familiar with that story, I'm going to do a quick recap on it. Back when the iPhone 4 was about to come out, a prototype of the iPhone 4 was forgotten at a bar in California. I think it was Redwood, California, Redwood City, California. And the information was leaked to Gizmodo. Gizmodo published pictures of what the phone looked like and a bunch of information about the phone. Became a huge case with a bunch of like weird things that Apple did when this happened. If you're not familiar with the story, I will do a video on that because it's actually a really interesting story about corporate espionage and all this crazy stuff that one hears about. So subscribe so you don't miss on that. But it seems like it happened back then where somebody forgot the prototype for the iPhone 4 at a bar. This time somebody forgot a prototype of the smartwatch from Google, which now we know, based on filings from Google for the patent Pixel Watch, that is going to be called the Pixel Watch. Of course, it was going to be called the Pixel Watch. All products from Google right now have the Pixel name to it, so it makes sense that they will call it the Pixel Watch to kind of fit within that ecosystem that Google is trying to create. So without further ado, let's take a look at what this might look like. Most of the images come from Android Central because they are the ones who were approached by the person who found the watch, and they're the ones who actually broke the story on this. So everything that you see tagged with Android Central belongs to Android Central. There's some other pictures that were actually published by the person who sent the information to Android Central originally. They did a Reddit post themselves separately. And so the pictures that don't have Android Central splashed across are from TagTech414, who is the person who actually found the watch or was given the watch by a friend of his who works in the restaurant where the watch was found. Okay, so here we have what the back of the watch looks like. And as you can see, obviously it's going to have the heart rate sensor there. It looks like the shape of the watch is more like a pebble shape, so it's not going to be completely flat in the back. It isn't going to have a sensor protruding on the back either, like some smartwatches do. It looks like the back of it is going to be oval in order to touch your skin on the sensors. In this other image, we can see that the watch is going to have a crown on the side, which I'm sure is going to work in order to select things and to navigate through the apps. It also looks like there's a button. There isn't a lot of information on what the things that this watch can do or has because the person who found it couldn't really turn it on. And I'm going to get to that in a second. So that watch is either to turn that watch on and off or maybe to sync it. And then on the right hand side there from the crown, you can see a little pinhole. And that most likely is going to be an altimeter or microphone. If the phone has capabilities to talk while you are on a phone call, like if you receive phone calls, I'll be able to reply on the watch, as some smartwatches do, it will make sense that it's a microphone. Also, if you can interact with your Google Assistant, that will also make sense that it has that capability. Here's another picture where we can see the device from the side. And as you can see, as I said, it's kind of oval on the top and bottom. So that's why I was saying that it kind of looks like a pebble, in my opinion. It's not the prettiest watch I've seen, which might turn some people off, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the design of the watch. But this is what it looks like when it's off. Now, as I said, the person who found the watch couldn't turn on the watch. They said that the watch didn't have a lot of charge, one. And two, when they tried to turn it on, all they were able to get was the G from Google, which you can see here. And so they said that the watch wouldn't go past that image. So there we have an idea of what you're going to see when you turn on the watch. Of course, this isn't final hardware necessarily or final software. So there might be some tweaks and changes to this. Let's take a better look at the back of the watch. This picture was posted by TagTech414 to Reddit, and here we can see the sensors a little better. We can also see the shape of it better, and that is going to be shiny in the back. So that gives you an idea of what it looks like. The person said that the feeling of the watch was metallic, but they weren't sure. It kind of felt more like it was coated in some sort of metal. So I guess the thing could be plastic and glass. Here's another look of what the screen of the watch looks like. And this picture was taken by, again, TagTech414 to show us kind of how much bezel there is on the front screen. So as you can see there at the very bottom where most of the light is hitting the front screen, you can see the area that's darkest black. That most likely is going to be where the bezel of the watch starts and where the rest of the screen is. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a gigantic screen. It also looks like there's going to be a lot of bezel on this watch, which isn't necessarily, as I said earlier, the best thing. And since Google owns Fitbit, and we know that at some point some of Fitbit's ideas and stuff were going to bleed over into Google design, especially for their watches, we see here that the watch is going to be using proprietary straps. As you can see here, the straps kind of look like Google straps. You have the holes there, and then the pin that fits into the hole like Fitbit straps do on their devices. Here, there's another look of how the strap is going to attach to the watch. So those are the little pins that will go into the watch. And then here is the space where you would insert the watch bands. If this is actually made by Fitbit, unlike previous devices, then it will make sense that it will use Fitbit design language. And we can see that here with the straps. And thanks to TagTech414, we have an idea of what the watch dimensions are going to be. He took a picture here, as you can see, with the Google Watch to compare it with a Galaxy Watch and an Apple Watch. So on the left, you have the Apple Watch. Then in the middle, we have the Pixel Watch. And then on the right-hand side, we have the Galaxy Watch. So you can get an idea of the size. It kind of looks to me that the Pixel Watch will fit inside in the circumference of the Galaxy Watch. So it looks like the Pixel Watch is going to be a little smaller than a Galaxy Watch. A Galaxy Watch, in comparison, is 46 millimeters in diameter. So that kind of gives you an idea of the size of the Pixel Watch is going to be. And then here you can get an idea of what it will look like on a wrist. Again, the Galaxy Watch next to the Pixel Watch on a wrist. Again, because it's a prototype, it's not final hardware, there are some things that might change. For example, in one of the images, you can see that there's a 3-pin connector there that is similar to the connectors that are used in Fitbit devices in order to charge. This could be something coming from Fitbit that is going to be used to charge the watch, or it could be that it's going to transition to charge wirelessly like most devices, most watches nowadays do. So that's something that we don't know yet. And I guess it will be a smart thing to transition to a wireless option, especially if Fitbit is making the device, right? Yes, Fitbit has their own proprietary stuff, but the 3-pin connector to me is kind of old school kind of solution. And so having a wireless charging capacity will be great, not only for future proofing and being able to use it, but because the Pixel 6 Pro, for example, has reverse wireless charging. So if you were to put your watch on top of your Pixel 6 Pro, you could technically charge the watch a little bit. And that will be, again, great with the whole thing of Google creating an ecosystem within the Pixel name. We also now know that the named Pixel watch is going to be using an Exynos chip instead of a Snapdragon chip, and that's for the processor. So there are some little details that we have about what the watch is going to be, what the watch is going to look like. In my opinion, it's not the prettiest watch I've seen. Of course, again, this is a prototype, but in my opinion, it's not going to change much from what it looks like right now. But we don't have much to wait because Google I/O starts on May 11th. So They are supposed to show off new devices, new things. I'm thinking we're going to see it starting sometime, maybe in May 16th, 11th. I've seen some leaks that say May 26th, but I don't know. If Google I/O starts May 11th, why wait all the way until the 26th? I think on the first day you want to put all your news and important announcements. What do you think about the new look of the Pixel Watch? Are you excited? Are you disappointed? What do you think about the fact that it's going to require proprietary bands? In my opinion, that's a little bit of a letdown. Let me know your thoughts and comments in, of course, the comment section. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.